Up now then, what's this all about? Extending the range on the Postie. Well, it's easy to explain. This is a Postie bike, CT110 Honda, used by postmen and women in here in Australia for decades to deliver the mail. Here's my little Postie bike, 1985 CT110. Now these bikes are probably not designed for going across Australia, definitely not. And service stations, servos, gas stations, whatever you want to call them, can be few and far between. So you're going to need to either carry extra fuel to increase the range, or like I've done, add another fuel tank. I started off using a can on the rear rack, but then when I wanted to go camping, it takes up all the space on the rack, and it's not a good idea to have try to keep as much heavy weight from being up high on the back of the rack. It's best to keep it as low down as possible, near to the centre. I didn't really want to fit an auxiliary fuel tank. I thought they spoilt the look of the bike, but it's just a lot more practical. Filling from cans, driving, you have to stop, use funnel. I mean, there's a good chance you can introduce dirt, rubbish, crap into the system. I think it's just an annoying idea. So an auxiliary fuel tank is the way to go. This fuel tank was from a pit bike from eBay. I think I paid $25 for it, and the base of the tank is flat, so what I needed to bolt the tank onto the bike was some flat channel, and it's on there now, rock solid. Most people use XR250, Honda XR250 350 tanks, and they're much bigger than this. This one holds just over 5 litres, and I think that's just plenty. And it can be fitted without needing to remove the top tube cover, and also the ignition switch, the key, can stay in the same place, which I think is a great idea. So let's have a look how it's plumbed in, how the fuel lines go. So all you need to do is turn the tap on, switch the tap to on the carburetor, the carby, and away you go. Turn the valve to the up position on the carby, to what's usually reserve position, and that uses the fuel from under the seat, the under seat tank. So it virtually doubles the range. You've got virtually twice as much fuel. How far can you get? Well, between 160 to 200 litres on the tank, on the extra pit bike tank, and about the same on the under seat tank. So I can get about between 350, 380 kilometres on both tanks. And it's really handy as you're driving along. You feel the tank start to run out, switch over without even stopping the bike. It's great. It's really easy. Keeps the weight low and a bit further forward to balance out any heavy weights you might be carrying on your back rack. So as you can see, here's my old bike, 1985 ex-Australia Post CT110. No doubt when I switch the camera off, there'll be heaps of things I wished I should have said and I'll have forgotten. But here's my bike, kitted out, sort of a mini adventure bike. I don't carry a milk crate on the back. I used to do, and the only reason I don't is because that's what everybody else is doing. I want it to be a little bit different. The panniers on the back are made from 20-litre fuel containers. I've got some water bottles on the back. I've fitted knobby tyres, as you can see. And the screen, I put the screen on. I got the screen from the tip. I paid, I think, $5 or $10 for it, and I put it on originally as a bit of a joke, sort of having a lend at the big GS Adventure Boys. But I actually like it now. I think it looks quite good. So from going from a joke, some people might think it's still a joke, but I quite like it. I've got a little canister there, carry some spare oil, and that's about it. That's all on the channel for today. Thanks for watching, all 4 of you. See ya.